In the contemporary discourse on technology and philosophy, the concept of decentralization often emerges as a transformative force, reshaping traditional systems of governance, economics, and personal agency. At the forefront of this revolution is Bitcoin, a digital currency that promises to decentralize control over financial transactions and ownership. This transformative idea is not new. It echoes principles found in ancient philosophies and religious teachings. Buddhism, for instance, offers a decentralized approach to spiritual practice, emphasizing personal validation over blind faith. Similarly, Bitcoin's design mirrors these decentralized principles, challenging centralized financial systems. This script explores how Bitcoin and the philosophy of decentralization reflect and align with certain religious and philosophical principles, illustrating the broader implications of these ideas for our future. Buddhism and decentralization. Buddhism as a decentralized system. Buddhism, a spiritual tradition founded by Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, is inherently decentralized. Unlike many religious systems that rely on central authorities or sacred texts as ultimate sources of truth, Buddhism encourages individuals to validate teachings through personal experience and critical analysis. The Buddha himself instructed his followers not to accept his words on faith alone, but to test them in their own lives. This principle of self-validation is akin to the decentralized nature of blockchain technology, where no single entity holds ultimate control over the system. In both Buddhism and blockchain, the emphasis is on personal responsibility and the validation of truth through individual experience. Decentralization in practice. In practical terms, Buddhism's decentralized approach means that each practitioner is encouraged to engage deeply with the teachings and apply them personally. This process of validation aligns closely with the way blockchain operates. A decentralized network of nodes or validators collectively maintain the integrity of the system. Just as each Buddhist practitioner must critically analyze and live by the teachings of the Buddha, each node in a blockchain network independently verifies and records transactions. This parallel underscores the shared values of personal agency and collective integrity that define both Buddhism and blockchain technology. Money and morality. Biblical perspective on money. The Bible offers a nuanced view of money, distinguishing between the currency itself and the moral implications of its use. In many religious teachings, including Christianity, money is not inherently evil. Rather, it is the love of money and the behaviors it engenders that are problematic. The biblical narrative warns against greed, covetousness, and the pursuit of wealth at the expense of ethical conduct. This perspective aligns with the broader moral critique of modern financial systems, which often prioritize profit over people, leading to inequality and exploitation. By advocating for ethical behavior and a balanced approach to wealth, the Bible provides a moral framework that challenges the excesses of contemporary economic practices. Ancient economic theories. Ancient economic theories also grappled with the moral dimensions of money and economic management. In ancient India, the concept of Yogacara emphasized the overall material and spiritual well-being of citizens, particularly the most vulnerable. This idea suggests that monetary profit should be a byproduct of efforts to enhance communal well-being, rather than the primary goal. Modern practices that involve manipulating the money supply for short-term gains, such as inflationary policies, often ignore these deeper values. The ethical implications of such practices are significant, as they can lead to widespread economic instability and social injustice. The ancient perspective advocates for a more holistic approach to economic management, aligning with principles of fairness and communal welfare. Bitcoin's potential impact. Bitcoin represents a revolutionary shift in how we think about and use money. Its decentralized nature challenges traditional financial systems by removing the need for intermediaries such as banks and governments. This has profound implications for global economics, potentially reducing the size and influence of governments and financial institutions. As Bitcoin gains adoption, it could serve as a universal reserve currency, providing a stable and transparent alternative to fiat currencies. This transition could lead to a more equitable distribution of wealth and a reduction in the ability of governments to engage in unchecked monetary manipulation. The potential impact of Bitcoin extends beyond economics, touching on issues of governance, privacy, and individual freedom. Future scenarios. Imagining a world fully integrated with Bitcoin involves envisioning a fundamental shift in how societies operate. One potential scenario is the widespread adoption of Bitcoin as the primary currency, leading to a reduction in the dominance of traditional fiat currencies like the dollar, euro, and yen. This shift could result in a significant decrease in the size and power of governments, as their ability to tax and control monetary policy becomes limited. Additionally, the reduction in government size could lead to fewer wars and conflicts, as the financial incentives for engaging in such activities diminish. Bitcoin's influence could foster a more equitable and transparent economic system, addressing some of the fundamental issues with current monetary practices. Bitcoin and religious philosophical values. In Islam, the principles of fairness and justice are central to economic practices. The Quran and Hadith offer guidance on issues such as price fixing and monopolies, emphasizing the importance of a just and free market. The Prophet Muhammad's refusal to fix prices reflects a commitment to allowing the market to determine values, in line with Islamic principles of equity. Bitcoin aligns with these principles by providing a decentralized, transparent form of money that resists manipulation and supports fairness. This alignment extends to other Abrahamic faiths as well, which share values of justice, equality, and ethical behavior. Bitcoin's design reflects these shared values, offering a potential paradigm shift in how we think about and practice economic justice. The characteristics of Bitcoin resonate with the values espoused by Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. All three Abrahamic faiths emphasize principles of justice, equality, and fairness in economic dealings. Bitcoin, as a decentralized and transparent currency, embodies these principles by resisting manipulation and providing a more equitable system of exchange. This alignment suggests that Bitcoin could serve as a unifying force across different religious and cultural contexts, promoting shared values of fairness and ethical behavior. The potential for Bitcoin to bridge gaps between diverse traditions highlights its significance as more than just a financial innovation, but also as a reflection of universal ethical principles. In a world increasingly characterized by political and ideological polarization, Bitcoin emerges as a unifying technology. Its decentralized nature appeals to a broad spectrum of political and ideological groups, from conservatives to libertarians, by reflecting values such as personal freedom, transparency, and resistance to centralized control. This common ground offers a foundation for dialogue and collaboration among diverse groups, potentially fostering greater understanding and cooperation. Bitcoin's ability to unite people around shared values demonstrates its potential to bridge divides and create a more cohesive society. The unifying effect of Bitcoin extends beyond mere political alignment. It also promotes meaningful conversations and progress. By bringing together individuals and groups with differing viewpoints, Bitcoin facilitates discussions on important issues related to finance, governance, and personal freedom. This exchange of ideas can lead to innovative solutions and collective progress, addressing some of the most pressing challenges of our time. The role of Bitcoin in encouraging dialogue and reducing polarization highlights its potential to drive positive change and contribute to a more collaborative and inclusive society. Transitioning to a Bitcoin economy. Current trends and future vision. The rise of Bitcoin represents a significant shift in the global economic landscape. As more individuals and businesses adopt Bitcoin, its role as a currency and store of value continues to evolve. This trend towards Bitcoin adoption suggests a future where traditional fiat currencies may play a diminished role, with Bitcoin becoming a central component of the global financial system. This transition could lead to a more equity-based economic system, where savings and investments replace cheap debt and credit as the primary drivers of economic growth. The ongoing development of Bitcoin's infrastructure and its increasing acceptance point towards a future where Bitcoin plays a central role in shaping economic and financial practices. Addressing societal needs, Bitcoin's potential to address global challenges extends beyond economic reform. By providing a decentralized and transparent system of value exchange, Bitcoin offers a means to address issues such as financial inclusion, economic instability, and social inequality. Its ability to facilitate transactions across borders without the need for intermediaries makes it a valuable tool for addressing societal needs and promoting greater equity. As Bitcoin continues to develop, its impact on addressing these challenges will become increasingly apparent, contributing to a more just and equitable global society. Conclusion. The cycles of history. Throughout history, societies have experienced cycles of freedom and oppression, with periods of revolution followed by new forms of control. We are at a juncture where this cycle could potentially break, leading to a new era of freedom and prosperity, or a continuation of existing patterns of control and repression. Bitcoin represents a tool that could influence this outcome by challenging the existing monetary system and reducing the power of centralized authorities. Its potential to disrupt traditional systems and promote a more equitable and transparent financial landscape offers a vision of a future where the cycles of history might shift towards greater freedom and justice. Hope and the future. As we navigate this transitional period in history, the principles embodied by Bitcoin, such as transparency, decentralization, and fairness, offer a hopeful vision for the future. By embracing these principles and working towards a financial system that reflects our highest values, we have the opportunity to build a world of prosperity, peace, and harmony for future generations. Bitcoin embodies the hope for a better future, grounded in ethical principles and a commitment to individual freedom and collective well-being. As we move forward, the potential for Bitcoin to reshape our world and contribute to a more just and equitable society remains a powerful source of inspiration and possibility.